Putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The LSU Tigers offense will go on the attack first. This series has been built on tight games, but LSU destroyed that line of thinking by blowing out the Tide last season.
And I really feel like LSU is one of the few programs in the country that on paper matches up very well with the Crimson Tide year after year. And last year, David,
he's going to go for a big one. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back looking for help. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on 1st down. On target over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Quarterback on the keeper. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Alabama quickly back to the line. to throw. It's Meredith. Here's a heat. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to bull his way in. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Sometimes turning your nose up at easy points can come back to bite you, but can they make it? And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I love it. This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down in the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, David, is that on 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity. Breaks into the open. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. When they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine, he might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Motion from the wideout. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking to pass. It's Meredith. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And he's dragged down. Alabama pushing the tempo. trying to have a big completion here. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. To the air on first down. Hauls it in.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So now it's second and long. They'll run it from the gun.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking downfield, it's Meredith. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Look out, he's got room. There he goes. He's at the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Alabama comes to the line with first and 10.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Irvin. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He's going to look for a man on third and short. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Red pass, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're dealing with a second and long. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on third down. Working that left side now. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Kendricks. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to run for it. Turning it on! Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Power football with the run. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. That brings them to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Pulled and fired complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Alabama pushing the tempo. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, This is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Wants to throw. It's Meredith. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Looking to throw again. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, running back on the move. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama comes to the line on third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. He's looking to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. All wideouts, no backs. Second down, he'll throw it. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Makes the grab. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. The give to the tailback. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Kick is in the air. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Looking for a man. It's Meredith. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's fourth down. Punt is in the air. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen on the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got his man. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Meredith. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. It's complete to the right. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
With the catch, it's Bryant. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve. And we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years. And it's not just run. It's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
They'll run play action. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. LSU right back to the line.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Right on the money. LSU will get a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They just keep firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Pocket breaking down. Turns it loose. Bandage slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Southern Miss. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. He'll do it himself. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This guy is just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out now. Last game, he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put the
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, that's a phenomenal individual effort getting that sack. What a dominant play. And I'll tell you, playing here at Death Valley, a play like that now is going to get this crowd hyped up. And that's something as an opposing quarterback you do not want. Take it from me. I know it from experience. I remember my true freshman year playing at night here in Death Valley. That was the first time in my life I understood what the term hostile environment meant. This place is scary when the crowd gets involved, and that sack right there is going to...
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They're continuing to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner will be dragged down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Breaks into the open. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Tigers will hustle to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Grab behind the line. It's Yates. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down. Quick completion to the right. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. LSU will get a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll go back to the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try read option right here on second down. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Snap from the gun on third down. Quick completion on the out. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To throw, it's Meredith. Fires to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Wants to throw on third. Makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Wants to bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
He's in open space downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. One final play before the end of the quarter. Hand off from the shotgun. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Fears the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. And the missed connection on 3rd down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. It's good. The lead is now back down to 9. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul in Oxford who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 12 to Akron. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the map.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll keep it himself. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Alabama quickly back to the line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to throw, it's Meredith. Floats it out in space. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that 1st down marker. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man, makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that is incomplete.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious, they're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
Fires to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception.
It's such a hard time. You know the clock's ticking. You know you're down. You got to force the ball down the field. But guess what? So does the defense. They knew the vertical routes were coming. They broke on the football, and that does not look good for this ball game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. He'll start this drive going to the air. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win. But they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Jukes his way for more. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that 1st down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Snap it to the back. And some room to work. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Play action. Fires to the end zone. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That is no good. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at 1 loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State. They used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.